my channel, and in today's video I will be sharing with you guys 10 Korean fashion brands, stores, Instagram accounts that I think you should check out if you're interested in Korean fashion. So first, we have Stylenanda. I would say this is the Urban Outfitters of Korea. They're super trendy and they carry many different brands from high-end to affordable and vintage, depending on some Stylenanda stores. And I think this is a great store for anyone because there's something for everybody, so many different designs and different price ranges. And I first heard about this brand when I was watching TV. I forget which show, but there was a Korean model who picked out an outfit for, I think it was a dress for $30, and I was like, whoa, that's affordable, it's cute, and I need to check it out ASAP. And I instantly fell in love the year I moved to Korea, actually. Number 2, we have Chu. They are most famous for their -5 kilo jeans. I actually own 2 or 3, and I really like them because it really hugs my legs and it makes them look really nice. They carry a lot of street brands, so when you're walking around Hongdae, Express Bus Terminal, Iwa, they carry a lot of the same clothes that are found in the streets, but Chu is just a convenient place to go because there are designers there just picking things that they think would fit the Chu image, but they also do have their own line. So if you've seen the strawberry milk shirts, those are all from Chu. Their image to me is very cute and pink, but there are times where you'll find like a really nice denim jacket, a gingham dress, and they have a lot of everything. And I would have to say it's pretty affordable compared to Mix, Stylenanda, Involi, and a lot of brands. So I noticed that there are a lot of students shopping at Chu. They do have one flagship store in Hongdae. It's actually right in front of the Stylenanda. So if you're into really pretty pink spaces and you want to vlog and take pictures for the Instagram, it's a perfect place to go. One thing I don't like too much about Chu is that their website can be really slow, but that might be because the traffic is insane, and it's a great place to keep up with the fashion trends in Korea. If you're a minimalist, I highly want to recommend that you check out Indie Brand. Indie Brand would probably be like the, not Everlane, but maybe the Oak and Fort of Korea. But then every time I shop at Oak and Fort, I notice that a lot of their coats and clothes are from Korea. So maybe it was inspired by Indie Brand or the street like minimal style in Seoul. But yeah, I actually discovered this because right outside the Shinsa exit 8, there's an Indie Brand store, and sometimes when my friends are running late or if I'm late, I tell people to go check out the Indie Brand store, or I actually end up buying some stuff while waiting for my friends, because the second floor everything is 50% off, and the bottom floor is just like a great place to see what the upcoming trends in Korea might be for that season. I'm starting to notice that Indie Brand is expanding because now they have 2 stores in Karosukir and they have one in Myeongdong, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna open up another one somewhere. So look out for Indie Brand. Their clothes are quite affordable and the quality isn't that bad. If you have been following up with Korean fashion for some time now, you have probably heard of Stylenanda. They are probably the most popular for their unique and trendy outfits. There are times when I walk in and I'm like, I can never pull that off, but there is someone in the streets of Seoul who is rocking that look. So there's something for everyone. I feel like most stores in Korea, there's something for everyone, but Stylenanda, a lot of my friends think that, oh my gosh, I feel like I won't be able to pull off anything from Stylenanda, but I always drag them with me because the flagship stores are so cool, and then they end up buying something. So Stylenanda is a must visit in Seoul because they go pretty far with their flagship stores. Something I like about Stylenanda is that they change up their clothes very often. So there was a time when I used to go every week because it was super close to my place and I was just like really into Stylenanda at the time. They changed it up quite often and I really enjoyed that. And it was a great way to learn about the trends as well as see Stylenanda start trends in Korea. And they also have a makeup line, so 3CE. If you like really great pigmented makeup, I think Stylenanda Stylenanda 3CE does it really well here. If you do stop by Seoul, I recommend that you check out the 3 flagship stores. I believe there are 3. The Karusukir one, that one is the cinema themed and it's only makeup, but the Myeongdong one is my favorite because it's quite new. It's the Pink Hotel, and the one in Hongdae, they just created the cafe on the 4th floor. So yeah, it's like amazing because you can get your makeup shopping done, clothes, and then go to the cafe and have really good pastries and coffee. And it's so pink and there's a pool indoors. So yeah, Stylenanda, very, very cool. Next we have Mix, and this brand gives me a very retro vibe. It's kind of similar to Stylenanda, but for some reason, it gives a more vintage feel for me. Whenever I think of Mix, I instantly think of berets, hearts, because they have a lot of hearts on their clothes, and paintings. So this sweater is actually from Mix, and it's quite affordable. I remember buying a really cute dress for, I think, under $20. This sweater I think was, oh, I don't remember because it was such a long time ago, but it wasn't expensive. I think it's right in between Chu and Stylenanda when it comes to price for me, but there is a shop in Hongdae and it's quite hidden, and you might mix it because there is a really cool looking store right under it, but you do have to go upstairs. And yeah, the inside is very neon lights. You'll get what I mean by the retro when you enter their store. If you like to dress a little bit more sophisticatedly, I recommend you check out Plastic Island. I discovered this in the youth fashion level in, I don't remember which department store, but I discovered it in a department store and it's not that expensive compared to brands like the Kuples and Sandro. I personally love their outerwear because it keeps me warm and they're very fashionable. I noticed that each year that I wore the coats that I own, someone compliments them, and that just shows that they're not a trendy brand. They like to give quality pieces that you will keep wearing throughout the years. Next we have Issei, and Issei is an online store, but because my friends Angela, Dre, and Justin knew the creators of Issei, I got to go to their studio to actually feel the pieces, try them on, and then purchase it there. But basically it translates to second generation, and this is a brand dedicated to creating clothes with a street interpretation of Korea, and each piece is made in Seoul, and I know that the quality of their clothes are so good because I own a few pieces and they keep me really warm, like during this winter weather, even though it looks very thin. And I know that they work really hard on making sure the details of each of their pieces are there. Next we have Outerwear. I've taken you guys with me to that store many times, or actually all of the stores I've mentioned many times, and they are so extra. So basically when you enter their store, there's like this little clear tube and you basically do your shopping, tell the associate that you want this, and they basically send it from their inventory upstairs. So it's very extra, but I love it. Most of their clothes and accessories I believe are unisex, so their coats, hats, pants, they have a lot of sizes for each of them. I feel like a lot of artists in Korea wears Outerwear. I think Zion T was wearing a coat from there if I'm remembering correctly, but they're quality pieces and I think they're great investments. Flagship stores in Korea are very creative. Chu, Stylenanda, Outerwear, but I feel like none can compare and reach the level of Gentle Monster. So if you haven't heard of Gentle Monster, I feel like I talk about it so often, but Gentle Monster is a sunglass brand. It's a Korean sunglass brand and you can find it at duty frees, Nordstrom, myteresa.com. It's super popular and it's getting more and more popular. I also went to their flagship store in New York. I believe they just opened one in LA. I used to hate sunglass shopping because I actually don't have a high nose bridge. So every time I buy sunglasses, they would just slide down my face throughout the day. I just have to keep fixing it up. But But Gentle Monster, they really know how to make sunglasses for all faces, and even though I also have high cheekbones, it just doesn't look weird. So Gentle Monster sunglasses, I love investing in them because I end up taking better care of them than the cheap $5 sunglasses or $10 sunglasses that I used to buy. Gentle Monster is another thing that I recommend you pick up. It's like a great souvenir for yourself because you get to enjoy their showrooms as well as picking up something nice from Korea. The final brand I have is Light Collection, and this is a recent discovery for me because I got invited to their show during Fashion Week, and when I went to their showroom, I felt the clothes and realized, wow, they really focus on the quality of their fabric and the unique design. Like the coat I have, it's such a statement piece that every time I wear it, someone comments on it and asks me where I got it. It is the priciest out of all the brands I just mentioned right now, but I wanted this video to be helpful for people with like different price ranges in mind. So I discussed A-Land, you know, to Stylenanda, to Outerwear, and then now Light Collection. And you never know. I feel like this might be helpful for anyone who is visiting Korea. But basically, I went a little off tangent there. But this brand, I do respect for all the effort that they put into each of their pieces. A lot of Korean celebrities wear it as well. IU wore a blouse, and I actually got it in a different color. Alright, so those are the top 10 Korean fashion brands that I wanted to share with you all. I get a lot of questions in my videos asking which shops are my favorite, and here are just 10. There are a few more that I didn't mention, but maybe I'll do that in the future. If you guys like this one, comment down below, give it a like so that I know that this is something you guys want to see more of in the future. And yeah, I'll try my best to link all of the websites as well as their Instagrams in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!